If you have credit cards starting to stack up and you're not exactly sure how you're going to pay those off, but you have a ton of equity, really need you to listen to this. We are seeing a lot of applications now that are coming over with some significant credit card debt. Auto payments are kind of at record highs, and so just consumer spending in general has kind of ballooned up over the last couple of years. And it's not always bad if you have the cash to pay for it, but what we're finding is that some of these applicants, maybe the income is getting cut, maybe the overtime hours are not really there, or the income growth that they were kind of spending ahead of that growth didn't happen. Whatever the case is, we're seeing a lot of new applications come over and they're asking us to help them with equity lines of credit. So they'll call us and they go, hey, we need an equity line. Can you help with that? And we can. The problem that we're running into is that they're calling us too late. They're calling us after they've had late payments on multiple credit cards. They're calling us after they've maxed out literally all of their debt, all their credit card accounts. And so what happens is we get these applications in and the credit is absolutely just destroyed to a point where we can't write an equity loan. They have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in equity, and it could absolutely help them, put them in a better position if we were to consolidate, but we got to it a little bit too late. We weren't aware of the situation in time. So whoever needs to hear this, if you have debt and you're not exactly sure that you're going to get to that place where you can pay it all off, just reach out to myself, another loan officer, whoever you're most comfortable with. Doesn't matter. But talk to them about the situation. Run some quotes. Get an idea what it would cost to get an equity line. Do you even have enough equity to get an equity line? Where do the credit scores need to be? Do a soft credit check so you can figure out exactly where the credit actually is in this moment. But do it before you completely max out all the credit cards. Do it before you get late on those credit cards. I'd rather you go into like overdraft on your bank account than get a late on your credit card, and then now you can't tap into some of these equity loans. Now there are some solutions. If you've had some dinged up credit, you may be eligible for a first mortgage refinance, but most of the people that are doing this, they don't want to refinance the first because they have really, really good terms on their first. They only want to consolidate just a small portion of their debt into a new second. And I'm telling you, even with equity lines at 8.5 to 10, 11, even 12% sometimes for some of these people, they sound really, really expensive, but they're a lot cheaper than a credit card. And when those credit cards are paid off, guess what happens? Credit score goes up. So there's a whole lot of stuff that we can do from a debt consolidation standpoint, but we can also, once you're getting the savings, once you realize that savings, we can help you figure out what to do next. Maybe it's actually just making life more comfortable. Maybe it's making life more comfortable and also investing. Maybe it's an opportunity you didn't have before to invest. So take a look at what you got going on with your expenses. If you see that you're borrowing a little bit more from credit cards, you're used to kind of paying them off every month, they're starting to stack up a little bit. If any of these trends are kind of happening, identify them earlier than later and reach out to the lenders ahead of time. Trust me, we're not going to sell you anything that you don't need. We want to actually see if there's a good way for us to help. So I just had to come out and kind of make this quick video because it's a trend that we're seeing right now, and I have a feeling in my gut with how expensive everything is, we're going to see a lot more of this in the future. All right, guys, till next time, we'll talk to you soon.